an autopsy is going to show.
And we're going to recover him. This ain't out yet, but they found him on sonar. They think they found him in sonar.
You know what sonar is?
Sonar is like an X-ray for the water.
So they just can't get down in there right now because of the
current,
the current and the height of the river. The flood still in flood.
There's still branches and stuff flowing along the top. You can't put a diver in there because it may hook them. But they put these little like submarine things, these little remote control submarines in the water. Those can go down, and they have went down low enough to where they.
So they did see that he was down there.
They're 90% sure, like 91% sure is what they told us today, that they think they found him there at the river. It's not positive, but they've got the general size, they've got the general shape, and they're pretty sure that they found him. They're going to go down and get him here next week, and he's not going anywhere where he is. Because the water is so cold,
it won't let him float.
I ain't been outside, so
it's like he's in a refrigerator. He's going to be almost, other than being dead, he's going to be in really good shape.
Why does your body turn?
Hey, what's up, bub? Hey, did they offer you coffee? You want coffee or anything, or are you good?
Been so sick, I've been feeling dehydrated.
Sure.
That's the best thing for me.
Sure. Is that one still getting cold, or do you want some more? That's good. Well, my name is McIntosh, and I'll give you one of my cards here before we leave. I believe you've already met Hoover.
Yes.
So, basically, we're all, I'm sure, including you, we're here for the same reason, trying to get some idea, some clue, some even remote idea as to what happened with James is his name, right? So like I said, pretty much my standard thing. You don't have to talk to me if you don't want to, but we're all here for the same goal.
Same reason.
And, you're free to leave whenever you want, but whatever. But again, we have got to find this old fellow.
Oh, yeah.
We have got to.
Believe me, that's the best thing I want.
So, let me start off. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. I really am.
That's the only thing I want.
Well, good. Well, let me start off by getting some information from you. Spell your first name for me.
James.
And your middle name.
You gotta have the full name. I don't like using my full name.
It's just for our record stuff.
RUSSELL.
Okay.
Hamilton. HAMILTON.
You don't like Russell?
No.
Okay, good enough. How old are you, Mr. Hamilton?
43.
And what's your birthday?
12/21/78.
And what's your social? And what is your address?
507 Crawford. Street, Middletown, Ohio.
Okay, hold on just a quick second, all right? Sorry about that. The fire department, big scanner radios over there blaring. I hate hearing them guys talk. All right, so how long have you lived on Crawford?
A month now.
A month?
Not even a full month yet.
Okay.
I'm going to be paying the first month's rent. I'm going to pay the first month's in deposit. So I'm getting ready to pay the second month's rent.
Okay. I got you. So where are you working at?
Work off and on for Native Construction, Native Electric.
Okay.
Here on Central. Of course, I've been off all week sick.
Right. Think you may have the COVID, or do you know?
Don't know for sure.
Right.
I went and I was tested. It tested negative.
They can say what they want to do. I don't buy them tests. I don't buy them things worth a shit.
The way I've been feeling,
Right.
I mean, all congested down
Right.
in here, all over my nose.
Yeah, it's more like sinus or pneumonia or something, sounds like.
Second one's what I think it is.
Oh, wow. Okay. So where'd you all live at before you moved to Crawford?
Stayed in a motel,
Oh, really? Where was that at?
up in Centerville.
Which one, do you recall?
Not right off, it's, one of them cheap ones, it was right up and behind Right Lobster.
Okay. Oh, okay, right there by Harbor Freight and all that?
Yes, sir.
Off Kingsbridge, maybe?
Yes, sir, that's the name of it even.
And how long were you guys there?
We was there probably 4 months, maybe
4 months.
5 months. I mean, we stayed down at Nights Inn for a few weeks.
In Franklin?
Yes.
Okay.
And then there also was Motel 78 there right off the highway in Mason. We stayed there for, I don't know, about a month.
Sure.
That was the one in Mason's, the one we started at very first back. It was either March or May of last year when me and her got together, and that's where we first started, was down there in that one.
So, what's her name again?
Brittany.
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 And spell her.
Gosney, Gossney.
Huh, I've never heard that name before. How old is she?
38.
38.
Just
You know her birthday off the top of your head?
not off the top of my head, no.
So now, how many kids total are there?
3.
3. Let's start with the oldest one. Are these your children?
No, they're
Oh, okay.
biological.
Okay, but you've been with Brittany for how long?
About 9 months now.
Okay, so they're coming up on being your kids.
March or May of last year.
Right.
So,
Yeah, you've been with her 9 months and 3 younger kids, and they may as well be yours, I would imagine.
well,
Do they have the same dad?
no, they don't.
Does any of their fathers have anything to do with them at all?
No.
Okay. Well, let's start with the oldest one, and tell me that one's name. You know her middle name?
No, I do not.
Okay, what's her last name?
Gosney.
Gosney. And how old is she?
She's just turned 9.
9, okay. And do you know who her father is?
I don't know.
Okay. And give me the next one. And what's his last?
Gosney.
And do you know his daddy?
No, I do not.
Okay, how old?
He is 7.
7. And then we got little James.
Yeah.
And no relation to you, but you guys got the same name, correct?
Not the last name. His last name's Hutchinson.
You know how to spell that?
Hutcherson.
Hutchinson. Huh. How old is he again?
6.
And do you know who his father is?
Not right off.
Okay, very good.
All their birth certificates say it's all known for the father.
Oh, okay. So are either of them by the same guy, by the same dad, or do you know?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay. So, and I'm sure we'll kind of bounce back and forth, but just kind of take me, let's start yesterday afternoon at about noon. Yesterday at about 12 o'clock. Where was everybody at noon?
Home watching TV.
So all 3 of the kids, you and Brittany, were at home watching television.
Yes, sir.
Now, with that being said, I never made it in your house, so I may ask you a bunch of dumb questions, just like where things were. So where is the television?
When you first walk through the front door of the living room.
Kind of in the living room. So just from looking through, do you guys have furniture yet and all that?
We don't have beds and that for the kids and that. We got a mattress me and her sleeps on the floor.
Do you have like couches
we
in the living room?
Couch, got entertainment stand, got TV.
So you guys are all in the living room, let's call it, watching.
They have their own rooms upstairs for them to sleep.
Okay.
So
do they have TVs up there?
Not yet, no.
Okay. So yesterday at noon, you guys are all in the living room watching TV. What were you guys watching? Do you remember?
Kids cartoons.
Okay.
You know, I don't really pay attention.
Sure, I gotcha.
I basically sit back like this, sitting there watching my cameras, make sure nobody comes messing with me.
Right. So you've got surveillance cameras?
Yes.
Are they live or do they record anywhere?
They don't record nowhere. I need a hard drive for the...
Oh, I gotcha. So you just got so do you have a separate monitor for the cameras? Where is that at?
Hanging right above the TV.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. But you guys have got, what, 3 cars?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had problems with people bothering your shit before?
When I first moved up here, I had a ATV stolen off
did
me. I made a police report about it.
Where were you living at then?
Over on Woodside.
Okay. So, yesterday about noon, you guys were all watching TV, watch cartoons, you're mainly paying attention to the surveillance cameras. So let's move forward to about, let's say, 2 o'clock.
Probably around 2 o'clock when I dozed off, took in a nap.
But all the kids, Brittany and you, were all right there?
Yes.
Okay. What time did you guys eat dinner?
It was around 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Did you guys go get something, or did Brittany or you make something?
Brittany cooked.
What did she make?
She made pizza rolls for the kids, and me and her just snacked on stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't really having an appetite being sick.
Oh, I believe it. So that's about 6:30, you just said. So, you guys, but everybody is still right around the living room.
Yes.
So, what time did everybody kind of break and start going there? Because if your house is like mine, you can only stand each other for so long.
9 o'clock. We put the kids to bed.
Okay.
That's when they separated from me and Brittany. And then about 10:30, me and Brittany went to bed.
Okay. So, are all of your bedrooms upstairs?
No, sir. Me and Brittany, we took the front. I guess they would consider the dining room.
Sure.
Instead of making it a dining room.
Oh, yeah.
I figure I'll just get a small kitchen table.
Yeah.
Give the kids each one their own bedroom.
Right. Yeah. So all the kids are upstairs in their own room?
Yes.
So, you said they don't have beds, but they were on bed rolls.
Yes.
Like, and they're kids, they don't care. So,
I do. I mean, as soon as I get my income tax, I'm going to be...
Well, and you've got a plan. I mean, and that's great. I mean, but I'm just saying the kids, I know my kids, they'd rather just sleep on the floor, the couch, or whatever they were.
I'd fall asleep just about anywhere when I was a kid.
Sure. So, tell me one more time, 9 o'clock, you said 9:30.
9 o'clock, the kids goes to bed.
Okay.
10:30, me and Brittany finally fell asleep.
Right.
We went in our room and lay down.
And you guys have a TV in there, or you just...
I got a little small one right now. I only got one TV, so I got
you. Sure.
No, I mean for the kids, small one. I figured it wasn't fair for me to put it up there in one room.
Right.
And
they'd all be fighting, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
So this is about 10:30, you guys go to bed. 10:30 you go to bed, and did you go right to sleep, or did you guys stay up and talk, or read a book, or fool around, or?
Well, she's on medication. It knocks her out.
Okay, so she
goes to sleep pretty quick after she takes her medicine.
Right, what kind of meds does she take?
I'm not too for sure. She got anxiety.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I know a lot of that will make you drowsy.
Yeah.
So, 10:30, I'm assuming she takes her meds then before she goes to bed?
About 9:30, 9:45, 10.
Okay.
Right before we went to bed.
Sure.
And we went
So you go to bed, so you all go to bed about, 9:30 kids.
No, 9 o'clock kids.
No, 9 o'clock, I keep saying 9:30. Kids, and then.
It was 10:30, me and her went to bed.
10 to 10:30, you went to bed.
I don't have a clock, I mean.
Sure.
There's no clocks in there, nothing.
Right, and it's a guess. It's
the ex-wife that I'm getting ready to file a divorce and all that with, she, 90% of my stuff, I mean, she.
Okay, I gotcha.
She wouldn't give me hardly nothing.
Right. Well,
she made the comment she was gonna make me pay, and that was the only way she'd make me pay.
What's she claiming to make you pay for?
I have no idea.
Right.
Even her.
Sure. What's her name?
Priscilla Farley.
Okay. Is she local or is she somewhere else?
She's still living there on 1229 Woodside.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
How long were you guys together?
17 years.
Oh, wow.
I got a step kid by her that I raised there.
Right.
18 years old.
Right.
That was 6 months old when
wow.
we first got together.
So again, it may as well be yours.
She is.
Well, good. So after the kids go to bed, then you and Brittany go to bed about 10:30. Brittany goes to bed pretty quick, like.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to go to bed, or you just slowly?
Normally we turn the TV off, she'll lay on me, cuddle up with her, give her a kiss, tell her love you, sweet dreams. So about 11:15, probably I fell asleep all the way. I mean. Okay.
So, what's the next thing that you remember?
I got up around 3:45.
Okay.
Went to use the restroom.
Okay.
I used the restroom. I went upstairs.
Where is the bathroom? Is it downstairs or upstairs?
Downstairs.
Okay.
When I got done using the bathroom, I went upstairs to check on the kids like I do just about every time I get up in the middle of the night.
Sure.
And I went through the rooms, noticed the boy, James, was gone. I went down, I got looked in the front door, it was locked. I looked at the back side door, it's unlocked.
So both of them were locked?
No, it was unlocked.
Oh, unlocked. The back
side door was unlocked.
So does it face Roosevelt or does it face Central? The side door?
It actually, I mean...
If you're looking at the house, it's straight out the back to the alley?
No, it is straight out the side door to 503 Crawford.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. So, is it standing open? Is it unlocked?
No, it's just unlocked.
Okay. What kind of lock does it have? Does it have like
a deadbolt on it?
Lower?
Yes.
On the knob?
Just regular.
Like the knob? Okay. So, is there a screen door?
No.
So that door was unlocked, but it wasn't open?
No.
And was it locked when you guys went to bed, or do you have any idea?
I make sure the doors is locked every night. I mean, them kids, they're so scared somebody's going to come in there and get them.
Sure.
Look, how whether the doors is locked.
Right. So,
keep telling them, me and your mom sleeps right down here in the front room. They're going to have to get me and her before they get you.
Right.
Or them come in.
Right. So is there a door on your and Brittany's room?
Yes.
Okay. And was that closed or open?
Closed.
It was closed.
Well, there ain't an actual door for our bedroom. We got 2 curtains hanging there for our private.
Right.
But we got our front door that comes in off Crawford. Then there's another side door that comes out that's right there in our bedroom.
Right there in your bedroom. Okay.
And I mean, all the doors stays locked. That one that goes in our bedroom.
So tell me again, what time did you notice him missing? Tell me one more time.
About 3:45, 4 o'clock.
So about 3:45 to 4 o'clock is whenever you checked in his room.
Yes.
and, he was not there. So, what did you do when you looked in the door and saw that it wasn't there?
Went downstairs checking the doors, because he has took off one time before.
Oh,
I found him right out back on the basement steps. He was about halfway down. So I went in the bedroom, I slid my boots back on him. You see I'm still in my night.
Sure.
Slid my boots on, I grabbed my basement key, I grabbed my truck key, my car key, all of that, went out, checked everything out there. Nowhere in sight.
And that is... Go ahead.
I walked about 4 or 5 blocks through there looking for him and that, through the alleys and all of that. Didn't see him nowhere. I got tired of walking. I went back home, grabbed my minivan, went out looking for him about an hour and a half. Got back home. I took me my medicine that I'm supposed to be taking.
What is that? Medicine?
I've just been buying Dayquil.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So,
sure.
And there's some nights I'll 2-3 hours, and then I'll be up 2-3 hours, I'll get back up. So, it just depends on it. Last night I got up one time.
Right.
So.
And so you've been up since 4, or did you go back to sleep?
Well, I went home about 5:30, took my medicine. I've been taking Thermoflu, Dayquil, and Mucinex.
Sure.
Trying to get all of it.
Right. Kind of bust it up.
And took some. I winded up laying there, dozing back off.
In bed or on a couch?
On the couch.
On a couch. So, at what point did you wake up the kids or Brittany to make sure they didn't know where little James was?
Well, it was around about 8:30 this morning. I woke back up with everybody, and we all went looking again, and then we couldn't find him nowhere. We came here.
Sure.
This was our last resort.
Right. Did he have his shoes on? Did he wear his shoes?
I ain't been up in this room. I don't know what's going on.
What was he wearing the last time you saw him?
He had on a pair of blue and red Batman pants, night pants.
Sure.
And a red night t-shirt.
Blue and red Batman pants. And a what?
A red t-shirt.
And a red t-shirt. And that's what he was wearing when you saw him last?
Yes.
When he went upstairs to go to bed?
Yes.
Okay.
Last time when he took off, he had his shoes on when I found him, and his jacket.
Does he have glasses?
Yes.
So does, what color hair has he got?
Brown.
How long is it?
About your length, maybe a little longer.
Hopefully you got a big ass bald spot.
No, not yet. Hopefully you don't wind up like that either.
Right.
Receding hairline.
So, what's your gut feeling of what you think happened to little James?
I don't know. I'm hoping he's somewhere there in the neighborhood hiding.
Does he have any friends that he hangs out with?
None I'm aware of.
Does he have any of the parks that he likes to go to?
Any park. He's in the swing, anything will be on it. Any kid. I take them places, do things with them, but if they're bad, I don't reward their behavior.
How do you guys normally discipline them whenever they do screw up?
Make them stand in a corner.
Okay.
I try to refrain from whooping their butt or any. So worried about 2-for-1 kids with their.
Right. Have you ever been in trouble with them before?
No, sir. My brother Lee called them on me one time. They came out.
Was that over on Woodside?
No, it was down in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
And they came out, investigated everything. He lied, said that I was burning my stepdaughter's there. and, burning her. She walked around with black eyes all the time. So they came out and investigated it all. I wasn't home at the time.
Right,
So I had to take off work one day. I was busy doing a side job.
right.
The very next day I took off work, went downtown to where the building is. Went in, I discussed it with them, and
Right.
that was the last we heard.
Okay.
Didn't hear nothing else.
I was looking at it. What's your phone number?
513
513
203
203
4090.
4090. So, does Brittany have a phone?
Yes.
What's her number, do you know?
Good luck. It's programmed in my phone. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
As in 9914 something. I can't
Okay,
remember.
that's all right, we'll do that. Okay. Well, like I said, I really appreciate you talking to me. And we're still trying to get to the bottom of all this, and obviously you and Brittany are our number one sources of information that's going to help us right now. So, again, you got to go to the bathroom, you got to do any of that, let me know. I mean, you're not, you're free to go whenever, but we got to find him. I'm sure you want him found as bad as we do.
I'd like to go as soon as possible to where I go back out looking for him.
Sure. Well, you hold tight right here, and if you need something, knock on the door. I'm going to go check and see what else they can come up with, and maybe I got some good news.
I hope so.
All right?
Man, why did this boy have to do this?
So was the 6-year-old get in trouble last night? You remember?
Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he got in trouble for something. I remember what it was.
You don't remember what it was? Okay. What was the punishment last night? Corner?
I don't really like putting my hands on my kids.
That's okay, that's fine. Some people don't. I didn't have a problem with it. So, and I didn't, spank on the butt is what I'm talking about, of course. But, the kid said something about, you guys, what'd you have for dinner last night?
They had pizza rolls and chips.
The kids did? Okay. They're telling me that James had gotten in trouble for something, and that he wasn't given pizza rolls, but he was given bread instead, because that was his punishment. You remember that?
No, we gave them like lunch meat sandwiches at lunchtime.
And then all three of them, you're saying, got pizza rolls last night? Why would the kids tell me that? It's my experience that the most truth you're going to get out of anybody is from a child. And both I got a 6 and a 7 and an 8, 9-year-old or 8-year-old almost, or 9-year-old almost, that is telling me that he got in trouble, so he wasn't allowed to have. He had to miss dinner and given bread and something to drink instead. Why would they tell me that?
I don't know. They had bread. They had bread for lunch.
Okay.
I don't know if they kind of got lunch and dinner confused.
Okay. Was he punished by not giving any type of food at some point yesterday? Maybe not dinner, but maybe lunch. Maybe that's what they're getting confused. But they had lunch meat sandwiches, you're saying, at noon, at lunch.
Yeah.
All
I
three
don't
of them.
never make them go without any mail.
Oh, I know that.
I'd rather go without before them.
I understand what you're saying. I was trying to figure out what they're talking about, what the kids are talking about.
I have no idea.
Okay. Is James, your boyfriend, that's what I'm talking about now, has he ever hit you?
No.
Put hands on you?
No.
Have you ever seen him put hands on the kids?
No.
What was the needle that we found down at there was a needle found at the side door where it supposedly was unlocked or locked or something like that, but you know anything about that? So do you use needles for any of your medication?
No, there's, the people next door does drugs.
Okay, so maybe it was from one of them, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Have
And
you ever seen?
we always see a whole bunch of people just walking in through the,
Oh, yeah.
cutting through basically.
Have you ever seen James, you had any needles? Okay. Kids are here.
Oh.
That's what you're hearing.
They're probably worried about, where's my mom? Where's my mom?
Yeah, actually your neighbor come over,
Rick.
Rick. Nice guy. Super, I think he's a nice guy. I don't know him like you do, but.
Well, I don't really know him either. He's known him longer than me. I just met him when we moved in there.
So, you said something about James does work, like doing electrical work for houses,
Yes.
like rentals, I would assume?
Yes.
Alright.
Like he gets them ready.
Who does he work for?
Taylor? That's the only thing I know his name is Taylor.
And was Taylor just giving the keys to these, are they all vacant, I would assume?
I'm not
Do they
sure.
go clean them out? What do they do? Do you know?
I know when they put people out and they get evicted and they sit people's stuff out, I don't know if they sit it out, put it in the dumpster, I don't know what they do. I've never been with them on a job or any of that, so.
Okay.
I really don't know much.
Does he have like keys to the house, James? Does he have keys to the houses and stuff? I guess that he works for? Did he ever come in with a bunch, you would know, does he come in with a bunch of keys or?
He's always had the same key that he's had.
But nothing like extra keys that you
No.
heard of? Got it. Basically, I'm waiting for my guy to come here. He's gonna do the polygraph for me, and we'll just kinda go from there. I got guys out canvassing the neighborhood, so we're actively looking for James.
Okay.
Little James is what I call him now, because we got Big James in there.
It's
So-
confusing, I understand.
So we're looking for James now. Don't think we're just sitting here talking to you. I got a bunch of people out doing that.
I was going to say, is anybody even out there looking for him?
Yes, 100%.
Because I'm sure brother and sisters worry about their
Yes,
little
yes.
brother.
Right. Right. Your daughter also said sometimes Big James doesn't get along with Little James. What would she mean by that?
I have no idea.
Does Little James get any more or less trouble than the other two?
They all get in
Right.
about the same.
They're all close to the same age. They all, yeah, okay. So now,
I mean, my daughter, for instance, when she went to school trying to stab somebody,
right.
when she came home that day, because the teacher pulled me to the side
Oh,
in
yeah.
dismissal and was like, have you ever heard of your daughter threatening anybody at any time in her life, in school, anything? And I was like, no.
Okay.
Because I don't know where she would have got that from.
Right.
They said that she could have heard it from her little friends talking about knives or something.
Okay. All right.
I know James does like being mean to them, so
Like,
hitting them, taking their toy away.
Little James.
Yes, not
Okay.
that.
I got you.
How about I just say my son?
Yeah, that'll work. All right. done talking to James, and he's telling us he's coming around. So this is the deal. Can you read and write? Can you read?
I can read some words out, or some words like it's like big words I can't understand.
Okay. I'm gonna read this to you, what you don't understand, I'll explain it to you. Does that sound good? It says, warning, I am a police officer. I want you to have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before and during any questioning and have a lawyer present while you're being questioned. That if you cannot afford a lawyer, won't be appointed to you free before any questioning, and you can stop talking to me or any other police officer at any time during questioning. Do you understand that? Meaning that I'm not forcing you to talk to me. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with your baby. Okay? Flip that card over. Do you understand that? Okay.
Sorry, I've just never been through
No,
one of
that's
those
all right.
before.
I need you to print your name right here saying you understand that, and then we'll date and time it.
You said print?
Yeah.
Are the kids okay?
Yeah, we're out there eating food. Junk food, sorry. That's all we got here.
Hey, it's something, huh?
Yep. Today is February.
Hello, you want some more water?
Yes.
All right, hold on, I'll grab back.
Time is 1:11 p.m.
PM?
Yes. Thank you. All right, so James is telling a little different story. All right, so this is what I need to know.
Here we go. There you go. So, James, I've gotten some more, I got a little bit more info than we talked last time, and just because you've been here for a while, and you got brought down in Cruiser, didn't you? Okay. Well, we've got a little bit different rules and all that, and I'm going to read you this just because we've been here for a little while. I'm coming up, this is actually our Miranda warnings. Have you ever had these read to you before?
Yeah.
Okay. It says, warning, I am a police officer. I warn you that you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can and will be used in a court of law against you. And you have the right to consult with a lawyer before and during any questioning, and you have excuse me,
Bless you.
and to have a lawyer present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you free before any questioning will begin, and you may stop talking to me or any other police officer at any time during questioning. If you wouldn't mind, can you put the date? It is 2/28, and we'll make the time, let's make it 1:13. And if you would sign that I read that to you, and
What time? 1:30?
yes sir, 1:13 p.m. And if you wouldn't mind signing that for me, and do you read and write okay? Can you read that top paragraph for me, if you wouldn't care?
I, James Hamilton, have been advised of all of my rights as contained on this card, and I understand all of them, and I wish to talk to you without, no, see, should have me write that before.
Why is that?
Depends on what kind of questioning.
Oh, it's just,
I mean, it's without a lawyer present. I mean, if you're sitting there trying to question me as a suspect or something like that, then
no, well, you've been here a little while, and you said whenever we walked in the door that we all want the same thing, and that's just fine, little James. I basically don't, I've got other officers out doing a bunch of stuff. I've got other officers that are out checking vacant buildings. They're out pulling videos from surveillance cameras that are in the neighborhood around there, and it's kind of like, I really don't have anything else to do right now other than to go back, kind of retrace steps, go over things again.
I'm starting to get hungry. I like to go home. I mean, I like to take my kids and my fiance home.
Sure. Well, with that being said, your fiance,
I'll answer any questions you want me to.
Do what, sir?
I'll answer any questions you want me to.
Well,
as of right now, I have gave you as much information as I know.
Well, not necessarily, because Brittany's kind of told a little bit different version. And I would say a little bit just because that's just being conservative. She's told a little bit of a different version of kind of the events leading up to what has occurred. Like I said, you said whenever you first discovered that he was missing, you went out and walked the neighborhood, and we found, which door did you go out of?
I went out the side.
Did you go to the alley or did you go to Crawford?
I went over the alley and then down through looking for him. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said, he was on the back steps that first time. Uh-huh. That was my first thing.
The back steps, like?
Going down to the basement door.
Okay. And were those doors open?
No, they're not. They're padlocked shut. Uh-huh.
But now they are, or they were then?
They were then, too. He was just sitting there on the steps about halfway down.
Oh, whoa. It goes down, then they're padlocked.
Yeah.
I got you.
Outside.
Yeah, I got you. So little James was kind of acting up a little bit last night, and he had to go to bed early, right?
Yes.
And what time did he go up to
Don't recall.
Just a guess.
I don't even want to give you a guess because I do not recall how many.
So, but it was before everybody else.
Yes.
So you go upstairs with James and help him get in his bed or in his bedroll?
I did not.
Okay, you did not what?
Go upstairs with James.
Okay. Who went up with him?
They do it on their own.
Okay. So he went up early and earlier than everybody else. So aside from a time, let's say, not a specific time, but did he go up a half an hour early? Did he go up an hour early?
I'm not too for sure, sir.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to sit there and tell you one thing.
No.
20 minutes from now, it'd be something else.
No, and you see, and like I said, I'm talking to you now because I've got more information, and I've read your rights mostly because you've been here for a little while, and I don't know if you were maybe just tired, you were confused. You told me that you've been taking medication, but some of the kind of big details are different than what Brittany has explained to me, and as well as the other two kids, it's a little bit different than what we initially. That's why. Whenever something happens, I always tell people there's three sides to every story. What this guy says, and what really happened. Just because, it's just the nature of the beast.
Yes, sir.
Everybody doesn't see something the same. Everybody doesn't view something the same. Everybody doesn't remember something the same. But that's why I'm trying to talk to you again. I'm not trying to trip you up. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just trying to make sure we didn't miss something.
My main concern is finding James, sir. That's my main concern right now.
Sure.
That's all I got on my mind. Where's my stepson?
Then help me help you guys find James. That's why we're here.
I gave you all the information I know.
Okay. So at some point during the morning, Brittany goes upstairs and picks James up and brings him down the stairs. Do you remember that?
No, sir.
Okay. Because she's claiming you were awake and you were there when she carried him, brought him back down the stairs. Is she incorrect there, or is she making that up, or could that have happened? And
It could have. I mean, I remember. I mean, like I said, I'd sit there and I'd doze off.
Sure,
I mean, I was
sure.
just sitting right here going to sleep. Like,
Sure.
I mean,
So,
medicine. I mean,
so do you remember sometime after all the kids went upstairs and they were asleep or went to bed, because God knows they may lay there for an hour, but sometime after that, Brittany goes upstairs and gets little James and carries him back downstairs.
not that I recall, sir.
Not that you recall? Okay. Because Brittany's saying that you were awake when she brought him back downstairs and you guys talked briefly.
I mean, I might have. I don't.
Mhm.
I do not recall, sir. I mean,
Okay.
when I'm half asleep in that, I
Sure,
don't remember.
sure. But you're positive that whenever James went upstairs, you didn't go up with him.
I'm positive on that one.
You're 110%.
Yes.
So, when you, all right, scratch that.
Can I ask what's being said about that?
About what?
Me going upstairs with James.
Yeah, Brittany and both kids are saying that you walked upstairs with James. Okay, let me scratch that. They're both saying you guys walked upstairs together. Now, whether you were walking up to do something else, because the bathroom's downstairs, right?
Yes.
Whether you were walking up to make sure the windows were closed, whether you were walking up just to make a sweep, make sure all the lights are out. I'm not going to say you went up together, like hand in hand. I'm saying you guys went up about the same time.
Could have happened. I mean, I do go through making sure the kids turn the lights.
Sure.
I got paid electric and that.
Sure. So when you were up there, was James, did he go straight to bed, or was he in his room? Was he in room?
As far as I know, he was supposed to have been in his room going to bed.
But you didn't see him in
I
there.
didn't recall seeing him at all.
So tell me one more
I
time.
mean, I do recall going up, turning the lights off because the hall light was on and
Sure.
the front room light was on.
And was that with little James?
He might have came up right behind me. Or,
Well, but he got sent up because he was pestering you guys and being a pain in the ass. Everybody has agreed on that. Everybody has totally agreed that little James was being a pain in the ass and that he went up to bed. He got put to bed early. He was pissed. He didn't want to go to bed, which, I get it. But he was being an ass, so you guys sent him to bed. And you went up, and again, either with him, shortly behind him, shortly in front of him. You and James were upstairs about the same time.
Could have been, yes. I mean, I don't recall seeing him up there with me when I went and turned
Sure.
the lights off.
Sure. When you went up, was he still downstairs, or had he already gone up?
I don't recall right off, sir. I really don't.
Okay. So you go up, you make a sweep, and one more time, they've all got their own bedrooms.
Yes.
And it was your understanding that little James was in his room?
Yes.
Okay. So, 'cause is saying, and kind of half backed him up here, and again, I know there were kids, but that James was actually in his bedroom with sleeping on the same mattress or bedroll that when Brittany came in and picked him up and took him back downstairs. And as for Brittany is saying that you were awake when she brought him back downstairs.
Well, when James went upstairs, it was 9 o'clock, their bedtime.
Okay.
Normally by then, I am done sitting there dozing
Sure,
on the
sure,
couch and that,
sure.
getting ready for bed myself. I mean,
Sure.
I get up between 4 and 5 o'clock every morning and get ready for work.
Sure.
And weekends, it's only days I got off. This morning, like after I came back from looking from him around 5:30, I laid back down, fell back asleep.
So when you got up about, you said, let's say about 4 o'clock, when you first noticed James was not in his bed, correct?
Correct.
And did you check all the other kids' beds?
I didn't actually check. I just looked through the door.
Sure, and made sure that James wasn't in there.
Yeah.
And then at that point, did you say anything to Brittany?
Yes, I woke her up, told her that I was going out to look for him, and I'll be back.
Okay.
Apparently she laid there and dozed back to sleep.
Sure. So there's the house. So you're saying you went outside door.
Yes.
And you went to the alley?
Yes.
So there's the alley. And there's the downstairs stairs, right? In the back somewhere? So you go out this way, and which way down the alley did you go?
I went to the right.
So you came down and went down the alley that way?
Left.
Oh, you're right, my bad. So you went up and you went towards the tunnels?
Yes.
So
then I got so far up there's another alley that cuts this away. I went down it because there's garage and all of that right in there. I didn't know if it was unlocked, open.
Sure.
I went looking, went on down,
right.
out the next alley. Down.
Did you have your phone on you?
Yes.
So which one of those phones is yours?
203-4090.
What does that look like?
Motorola E6. Me and her have the same phone.
Oh, okay. What kind of case does your...
Well, she's using her new one, and I got two phones also, just like Brittany does. And that's the main number I use, that number.
And what kind of case is on that?
Just a phone case.
I mean, is it black? Is it
black?
Pink? It's black, okay. Has it got a button on the back?
Yeah, mine does, with the magnet.
Gotcha. And Brittany, her phone is an E6, right?
Well, she's using her, I don't even remember what kind it is. The one she mainly uses is her new one.
Okay. Okay, cool.
An LG something, I don't remember right off.
So you went out, you go down, and you hit that street. That's going to be Sherman. The next one.
Sherman's on the other side.
On the left
Sherman's
side.
goes towards the left.
All right, Wayne.
Yes, Wayne.
So you go over, you hit, do you cross Wayne and stay in the alley? Or you went to the first alley?
I went down Wayne to that little park that sits down there.
Oh, yeah.
That was my nest instinct there at the park.
So you did walk all the way down to Sherman Park?
Is that what that's considered?
Yeah. I think that's basketball goal.
Yeah, because it goes all the way through.
It's kind of hilly a little bit.
Yeah,
it's Sherman Park. So you walked to Sherman Park, and did you walk through the park, or did you look around and just go straight back?
Walked through the park, looking around, went back up Sherman, walked through a couple alleys over that way, and then I came back to the house, got in the van, went looking for him.
Okay. And so did you have your phone on you the whole time?
Yes, but I don't keep my location on.
Oh, okay. Why don't you keep it on?
Just don't like to.
Okay. Do you
battery dead.
Do you have a Google account?
Yes.
What is it? Do you know what it is off the top of your head?
All lowercase letters. JAWS.
JAWS.
937.
937.
@gmail.com.
Okay. And that is attached to that phone?
Yes.
Very good, very good. Because that still works even though your location ain't on. I can just say, yeah, you did go out and walk around and look for him and all that stuff, no big deal. So, you were out looking for how long were you on foot looking for him?
Probably 25, 30 minutes.
25, 30 minutes. So then you go back. Did you go back in that house, or did you just go back and grab your
went back and grabbed
van and then take off? Okay. So where all did you drive then?
I don't really know all the names of the streets.
Sure, but just right around the neighborhood?
I made it all the way from Braille over to almost Titus, driving up and down streets.
So you drove all the way out to Brill?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I was looking all over for him.
Sure.
I went down, as far as I went was to Grand, I believe it is, right there. As far as I went down in
Did you make it over to Roosevelt, like around the tunnels and the woods and all that? So did you cross the tracks at all?
No, I have not.
So while you were looking, you went all east?
I went all over by our house.
Right, but you went all east. So at no point during that time frame were your Googling going to show that you were west of the tracks?
No.
You never went across tracks at all. Very good, very good. Well, and with these kind of things, since I basically got nothing else to go on until I do, I'm sure you've seen enough TV and enough movies that all we can really do is focus on you guys to see if there's any info that you guys just forgot or anything of that nature. So,
So
you can honestly
looking for my stepson.
Right.
I mean, literally, that's all I want.
So you can honestly say that no way do you remember Brittany coming down with little James at some point?
No. I mean, not that I recall. Like I said, I was sitting there off and that.
Right. Well, James, here's kind of where we are, like, just totally being completely and totally honest with you. You've been in trouble before. You've got a prior, you've got DV issues, had an abduction issue.
That was dismissed in court, though.
Okay. All right. What court was that?
Cincinnati, Hamilton County.
But what I'm saying is, we all do things that get out of hand. There's always things that are going to pop up that, looking back, we wish we could have changed or have controlled or did later.
There's a lot of things.
And I'm right here with you. I'm right behind you. I mean, just because I'm on this side of the table, I ain't one frog's hair any better than you are. I mean, they're just.
I dealt with detective, I forget his name right here, over my nephew touching my stepfather's hair.
Right. One of these or the other one? The one
of these. Detective, I can't remember his name right off.
Right. Who was your nephew?
Michael Abney.
Okay. So, but what we are right here, right now, is kind of, I guess, I hate using the word, but I'll use the word opportunity, just because I really have never, in 15 years, I've never been able to figure out a better word for it. But it's kind of an opportunity for people that I have talked to, if there's more to the story, if there's more information, if there's details.
Leave me your card, I'll call you
if there's anything at all.
Else.
Right.
I mean, I'm very cooperative.
Sure.
I mean, I ain't never once lied about nothing I did or nothing.
Right.
I mean, I own up to everything I've done.
So would you take a polygraph test?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And would you give me permission to check your phone and your email to
I
kind of
prefer not. There's pictures in that's in there that I don't want nobody seeing. That's in my Gmail account.
Okay. Of adult?
My fiance.
Oh, Brittany.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that's fine. That's no big deal.
Well, I mean, I still prefer not.
Okay.
Because of that reason.
So I can look at everything but pictures.
I don't really mind, no.
Okay. All right. Well, hold tight. Grab it.
Can I ask how much longer this is going to be, sir?
Yeah,
I'd love to go look for my son. I need my medicine. Brittany's getting me heads up. McKinnon-Tush. Come on, I'm fucking hungry. I need a cigarette. I need to go look for my son. I need to take my medicine. Man, I still got some laundry we gotta go to for the kids, us.
You alright? Did you try to open the door?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Okay, sorry.
God, come on, I want to go help try to find my son.
James.
Yes, sir.
Talked to you out there at your house
Yes,
for
sir.
a few minutes. I just talked to my girlfriend there, and I'm terrible with names. What's her name?
Brittany.
Brittany. All right, now, she's told me most of the truth, okay? She's saying she don't remember where he's at, but she's told me about he's dead, okay? And that you guys were together with the children, okay? It is what it is. Like I told her,
Can't change it.
I can help you through this, but you gotta help me through this, okay?
What do you want to know, sir?
I need to know where the body's at.
That I do not know. As for me being with her and the kids, no, sir, I was not.
Okay, and we can talk about that
I was
later.
at home.
We can talk about if you were there or not later, okay? She's saying all 5 of you were together, and this is what happened, okay? I'm not gonna go into details, what she told me there, okay? So at this point,
Well, what did she tell you that happened, sir?
well, I know that he's dead, and I know that his body's somewhere, and I need to figure out, I'm wanting right now to recover his body is really important to me, because it gives closure to both of you guys, okay? That's the most important thing. We can go into detail later, okay? But right now, I need to know where you guys were at when this happened, or where she was at when this happened, okay? Because surely she's smart enough to tell you, even if you weren't with her, okay, you gotta take some, ownership of this, okay? Don't minimize anything.
The ownership I would take of it is where I didn't call when she brought the body home, sir.
Okay. Where is the body then? When she brought the body home, what did she say she did with it?
She didn't tell me, sir. It happened up at Rush Run Park is where it happened at.
It happened in Rush Run.
Yes, she was supposed to take the kids up there, give them a scare tactic.
Right.
Drop them off for a few minutes, turn around and go get them, because they all was acting up real bad.
Right.
Well, all of a sudden she calls me, tells me he's dead. Who's dead? And she told me that James was chasing after her, that he tripped and fell and hit his head, busted his head open.
Okay.
And he was dead.
And that very well, it's an accident.
But now, so when she brought the body back to the house,
She brought the body back to the house.
and what's the conversation then?
Conversation.
I'd have been freaking out.
I was. I
Okay.
told her. I mean, she called me. She said, I can't find nowhere to do this. That dropped the phone for nothing. I said, Rush Run, boat dock. Right there by the bathroom.
Right.
She told me that she's at some building.
Right.
I don't know exactly where she's talking about, the building up there at Rush Run or none of that.
So, did she leave, you're saying she brought the body back home though?
Yes.
Okay, where was the body at when you saw it?
Upstairs in his bedroom.
In his bedroom? And
What time?
When was all this? A couple days ago? Yesterday, today?
Friday night.
It was Friday night, so we're into Sunday now. We were Sunday morning. And how did you guys come up with the idea of, well, we're gonna have to report him missing at some point, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That was her idea, sir.
Okay. So, you guys are up, or she's up at Rush Run, she brings the body home. Does she go back up to Rush Run?
No, she does not.
Okay, this is gonna help you tremendously. If I can find this and you weren't there, then if you can help me find the body, then that's gonna be huge for you.
Right now, you're trying to do the right thing and to help out your fiance. You're protective of her already. We've established that because you were talking about having dirty pigs over, and you don't. And that's what a man does. The man protects and helps. I'm going to call her your wife, but you know, nobody's blaming you for you trying to help her. But,
yeah. I'd help my wife. Okay, I understand that. I understand the love that you have for her, okay? It's not what we're talking about. We really do understand that. So she brings the body home. Is it in the bedroom? And then what happens? Even if you yourself went out totally by yourself and got rid of it, I just need to know where. You're
still helping your wife.
I don't know exactly where it was, sir.
Okay, were you with her when the body was dumped?
Yes.
Okay. If we went out driving, did you take it back up to Rush Run?
We wasn't up the Rush Run, man. He's off a bridge. He's in the river.
Okay. What bridge? Middletown Bridge?
No. Cincinnati.
Down in Cincinnati?
Well, it's the bridge that goes from Kentucky to Indiana.
Is that 71 bridge? Is that 71?
275.
Oh, okay.
Right. Did you bag him up or anything?
No.
So he was in his clothing? Okay. How did you what time of day or night is this?
This was about 3 o'clock this morning.
This morning? Okay. What did you do with the other two kids go with you then?
No, they was at home in bed asleep.
Alright, so both of you guys get up. We gotta do something. And then take him down to Cincinnati off 71, you're thinking?
275, yeah.
Okay, and just throw him off the bridge, or did you?
Hold him off the bridge.
Was it like a stream, or was it the actual river?
The actual river.
The Ohio River, the big one.
Yes.
Fine, but you're doing good. I know this is hard on you, alright? Look at me. I know this is hard on you.
Now I'm going to jail just for helping her, though.
Okay, we can figure all that out.
Okay,
listen,
this ain't fair to me.
It ain't fair to the little boy either. We'll figure it out.
I agree with you. I told her that. I mean, when she called me and told me she's at the wrong place, I told her, fucking turn around, come home. Turn around, come home.
At the wrong place. You mean a Rush Run?
At Rush Run. When she said she wasn't at the right place, there's a building here, I can't do it there, I said, turn around, come on home. Just bring him home.
All right. Okay.
What was her plan then? Because he didn't accidentally get fall.
I don't know, sir. I mean, the story she told me when she came home, 1 minute it was he had the handle door, and she took off, and he fell.
On the car? On the van?
On my van.
Okay.
And the next minute it was that he was chasing after her, tripped and fell.
So she told you a couple of different stories.
Yes.
Alright.
I put that on my mom's grave.
Okay. Okay. I can confirm that.
So when exactly was the first time she called you and said, basically, hey, something's wrong with him? When was that?
After she dropped him off there at the boat dock, she called me immediately, told me she's on her way back home and that he's dead. Or I'm sorry, she sent a text to my phone is what it was.
Mm.
I called her instantly. I said, what do you mean he's dead?
So was he by himself or with the other kids?
The other kids was there too.
They were with her?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the 3 kids and her that left the other Friday night.
Sure. Okay.
Alright, bud.
I mean, the only part I had for them was not calling you when she came with
Sure.
the body.
Well, and part of this too, you may need to hop in a car with me and him, and you're going to show us where this happened at, where he went in the
Either way, we have to recover.
Yeah, we're going to have to recover. So, all right, we'll just hold tight.
She's trying to blame me for this shit. Fuck this. God damn what she gets involved with. I'm getting ready to spend the rest of my life in jail for nothing, man. I didn't have no part in this except for helping her. Thanks, Brittany.
To tell you guys this, but James's real dad's name is Louis Edward Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
and I can give you his date of birth, you can even call him.
Okay.
I don't have a phone number for him, but you can talk to his ex-wife. I used to date Louis Edward Hutchinson. That is to James's biological father, as he told me not to tell you all that. I don't know why, but that's what he told me to tell him. But I was going to tell you about it anyway, because you guys have the right to know he has a dad with the same exact last name as you just heard me say, Louis Edward Hutchinson, the same spelling, Lewis, not the U in it. His date of birth is,
James.
my son James.
Oh, yeah.
You want to write his name down? His dad's, biological dad's name?
You're talking about your
My
son?
son James. His biological father's name is Louis, Lewis, Edward Hutchinson. Same as James's. And his birthday is 10/12/1989. And the reason why I had left his dad is because he threatened to kill me in my sleep.
Okay.
And I couldn't just stick around to find out if that's really what he was going to do, because he kept saying it over, I'm going to kill you in your sleep, I'm going to kill you in your sleep. So I just...
How long ago did you leave little James's dad?
2 months ago, I'm going to say.
How long have you and James been together? This James?
Almost a year. So we've been together almost a year, so therefore, I can't figure how me and James's real father, we've been together off and on for several years. Like, we were in school.
Right.
And I've known him all my life.
Right.
Well, he came down with this rare seizure. Just came out of nowhere. Well, he kept having seizures, like if the kids were yelling too loud or something like that. He kept having seizures just randomly. Well, I told him he needed to go to the emergency room to get checked out, because you don't just have seizures here and there for no reason.
Right.
So he went to it checked out, and he said it was due to stress and a whole bunch of other stuff. That he is known for seizures, and he was taking medication.
Sure.
Well, for a while he wanted to refuse to take his medication. And I told him, well, that's why you have the medication, so you don't keep having the seizures. I said, don't you want your son to know who his dad is?
Right.
And he was like, yeah, so I got him finally to start taking his meds back. And so therefore, his ex-wife's name's Priscilla Hamilton. She goes by Still. She lives at 1229 Woodside Boulevard. And this is where we all used to stay at. And I don't know where James's biological father lives. Only thing I know is Pickwa. I don't know his address, phone number, nothing. The last phone number I had, he changed.
Why didn't he want us to know about James's real dad?
I didn't tell you. He told me to tell you that.
I'm still confused.
Yeah, me too, a little bit.
Okay, so let me back up a little bit. So you put your son back in the van. You drove where?
Back home.
Back home. What did the other two children, what were they saying or thinking?
They were just kind of like shook up. They didn't.
Okay.
Where were they at whenever little James fell?
One was coming out the bathroom, and one was just standing there. My daughter was the one just standing there, and she said, Mommy, you didn't run him over, because I was scared. Like, please don't tell me I ran him over, because I would have really, 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 really felt bad.
But at that point, whenever you got standing out there, is coming out of the bathroom.
No, was standing out there, was coming out the
Was
bathroom.
coming out of the bathroom, and then you've got little James over
Yeah,
here.
and the door was open.
But you drove away.
No, I was sitting at the porta potter. Well, I went to go drive off.
So you
Because he told me to make them seem like you're leaving them.
Right. So
Me
your
as a
vehicle
mom.
was in motion,
Well, it was in park, and then I noticed his hand wasn't on the handle, because I looked out the mirror.
Mhm.
His hand wasn't on the mirror, on the
On the
handle, and so then I went to kind of like just pull off a little bit.
just to scare them?
Yeah.
So you're saying that you were there basically to leave them?
Yeah, because he told me to leave him.
And that's fine, I get that, you're trying to keep Big James happy by getting rid of your kids.
Well, I was trying to tell him he needed to leave, but.
Right, no,
he was like, I paid the
look,
bills here and all that.
let's stay right here, just what we're talking about is you go there to drop the kids off, and you're going to leave them there.
No, I don't leave, like, I don't leave
The park.
park.
Uh-huh. But
I got to the end of the entrance,
okay.
and then turned back around and went back in there and got him.
Okay, but little James was on the ground when you
Yes.
got back.
Yes.
But whenever you left, your initial intentions were to leave them. That's why you went there to begin with. And you were gonna leave them and come back to Middletown. Is that what?
No, I was gonna leave them and act like I was gonna leave them, but I was gonna tell him that I left them, and in reality, I didn't.
What were you gonna do with them?
I wasn't gonna do anything with them, to be honest.
Well, if you took them.
I took them to there, because he told me to take them somewhere and drop them off.
To get rid of them?
Yes.
Forever?
So I couldn't get rid of my kids.
And I don't doubt that a bit. I don't doubt that a bit. But that's where, and honey, you've been through a lot. And
Well, I was raised when I was a kid and all this stuff.
Right. Well, we're just focus on whatever we're really discussing now. Okay? You're kind of getting off all over the place here. We're just trying to figure out, just hold on, exactly what you were thinking, why, because from what you've said, and please correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
James told you, I want the kids gone, I don't want to see them no more.
Yes.
So
He even told me, because I told him to just go upstairs.
okay,
Your room, go to
but
bed.
listen, but when you loaded up in the car with the kids, you left Crawford Street with all three kids.
Yes.
James was in that house.
Yes.
He wanted you to take them somewhere and never bring them back.
Yes.
Okay. So, you're confused. You care about James.
And I also.
You care about James, right?
Yes.
So, you take off driving. Did you go kind of straight to Rush Run?
Well, he told me where to go to.
Okay, so he told you to take them
Yeah,
to Rush Run.
I didn't know what the name of
Sure,
the place was.
but you knew what he was talking
Yeah.
about. So, you get to Rush Run, and did you tell them, hey, hop out and pee, or did they?
Well, at first they said I have to pee. I said,
Okay.
okay, well, go ahead and go to the bathroom. And I figured that was the best time.
Did you get out of the car, or did you stay in the car?
I got out. Well, no, I was in the car, and I didn't get out till I went back
Okay,
to get changed.
yeah, that's what I mean. So, you're in the car.
Yes, waiting on
And
them to come
did
out.
you have your seatbelt on?
Yes.
Did you ever take it off at that point?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, so all the kids get out of the van.
Yes.
Are both doors open?
Just the driver back door.
The driver's side sliding door is
Yes.
open. So that one opens up.
The two kids got out, the ones out here. They got out. Yes, James was in the back seat.
And he didn't want to get out.
He acted like he was asleep. So I just nicely picked him up, set him outside on the ground.
So you did get out of your van, or did you stay in the van?
Well, at first I stayed in the van.
Okay.
And then I noticed James didn't want to
He
get
didn't
out.
want to get out.
So I picked him, got out the van, unbuckled. Well, I unbuckled and got out of the van.
Sure.
Then got back there and grabbed James.
Did you go in through the door? You got out, and you went in through the side door.
The side back door, yes.
Right, and you lifted him out.
Yes.
Set him on the ground.
Yes. I didn't throw him or anything. I just set him out.
Sure. Nobody's saying you did. So once he's on the ground, what happens then?
I went to go pull off.
So
He had already used the bathroom, came back out.
So you put him on the ground, you get back in the car,
Mm-hmm.
and then he walks around the front of your car or the back of your car?
My car was like this, and the bathroom's literally right here.
Sure, okay.
So he just like walked to the door.
So you pulled in, and you're facing the woods.
No, it's the water.
Okay.
The woods is here, the water's here.
All right.
And then there's the road to out that way.
This is... All right, I just had it. Where the hell's it at? Here we go.
It's called Russian Run Lake, I think.
Yep. Go there all the time. So right here, here's the water. Here's the road that you came in on. Okay?
Okay, where did you say the water was again?
Right here. That's water.
Okay.
So there's usually the porta potties right there. Does that look familiar?
Yeah, kind of does. And is there like a driveway going this way?
Yes, it actually goes this way.
So I was parked at the parking spot. They were there.
So did you pull into a spot?
It was like down this way, like those lines were kind of faded.
Yeah, so you parked kind of down this way.
It was close to the bathroom, but not close enough.
So you were actually nosed in. You were pointing towards the water. So you got two kids over here, and then you've got James milling about. Let's say that's you right there.
Okay.
And you got James milling about over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
So where was James whenever you backed up and pulled out? Little James.
Well, I wasn't all the way into the parking spot.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like halfway there, not all the way there. I went to I didn't even have to back up. I just went to go this way.
So you just went to loop around?
Yes.
And pull, okay.
And he didn't have a handle when I looked out my mirror.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to go pull away, I'm guessing he had the handle.
Right.
And then I went to go drive off, and he, of course, had a handle. Sure. When I looked, he didn't have it. And then he was...
So, real quick, so here's the porta potty, there's the water, here's the road coming in. Let's say, so you're parked kind of like that. Okay?
Yeah, with my headlights this way.
Towards the water. So you got...
I wasn't all the way in the parking lot.
Sure, so you got a little bit of room there.
Yeah.
So show me where James was whenever you put it in drive.
He was like right off the here, like he's tall enough he can reach over and grab a handle. But
he wasn't touching the handle.
No.
So then, which way did you pull out?
I just went like this.
Okay.
And there was plenty enough room to do
so. So you pulled forward, looked around to the left. The other kids are where?
By the stall.
They're over by the big porta potty.
Yes.
And then, at what point did you see James on the ground?
I will say when I went to, I heard kids screaming. I don't remember. I thought it was for sure Rachel, but they both could have been screaming. I don't know.
Why were they screaming? Because you were leaving them?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they knew I wasn't never just going.
Sure.
So, they were standing by the bathroom stall, whatever it is, and James was kind of standing close to them, but not that close.
Sure.
And as I showed you on the paper, I just went around him and didn't realize he had the handle.
Did you see him grabbing a handle?
No.
Okay, you're just...
But when I kind of like, I'm assuming he grabbed the handle because I kind of pulled him a little bit, not much, and he got up and then fell back down. I guess I kind of probably made him hurt his knee on the ground or something, and he lost his balance, and he tried to catch his balance. He didn't get to, and he fell and busted his head on the ground.
And you drove back to the...
I didn't drive back to the house. I went back to get him.
How far away did you get?
Just go down the road a little bit.
So, keeps moving on me. There we go. So, here's the road. This is the main entrance. Let me go back to satellite. That's the main entrance, and that's parking lot. Okay? So, that's the main entrance.
Well, when you come out the driveway, I remember, turning this way.
You turn left.
Yeah. And then I only went, there's like this little cutoff kind of, like, pull off to the side of the road. Well, I went there and just turned back around and went back.
Okay.
Did you sit there at the pull off at any length of time?
No, I just,
Okay.
I
So when
was
you
just
come
like,
back, he's on the ground?
yes, I was like, you know what, I'm not leaving my kids, he can just get mad, leave, whatever.
Right. What day did this happen?
Friday.
What time?
I'm gonna say 2, 3 o'clock
In the
the
afternoon? Or was it
in the morning.
at night?
In the morning.
Like at dark?
Well, it was dark outside, yes.
Yes.
But it was,
2 to 3 a.m. in the morning.
So was it Thursday night into Friday morning, 3 a.m., or was it Friday night into Saturday morning, 3 a.m.?
Friday night into Saturday a.m.
Okay, so it was actually Saturday morning at 3 a.m.
Yes,
and it was dark.
yes.
Okay.
I couldn't see nothing, it was raining.
And, okay. How big was the blood spot?
I want to say about half the size of my purse that sits on the ground.
So make a circle with your fingers and just like this. Show me up like this, I can see.
Like that.
A little bit smaller than a basketball.
I want to say about a basketball.
About a basketball?
It could be a little bit smaller, I didn't really.
What the blood look like? Was it thick and chunky? Or was it
I
just?
didn't really, to be honest, I really didn't pay attention to the blood. I was more worried about trying to get him back.
Sure. Okay.
So when you got back home with James, you come back with the kids. How do you bring James? Do you just carry James into the house, or does James go out and get him?
I carried him in.
Okay.
Where are the clothes at that you were wearing when you carried them in?
Sitting on top of a laundry basket.
Are they dirty?
Yeah.
They got blood on them? What were you wearing?
Gray Aeropostale sweatpants. And a pink shirt. It was like a good color pink. Maybe a little bit
A
light.
hoodie? Was there a hoodie? Was it a sweatshirt?
No, it was just a t-shirt, and then I had my pink and whatever, it's a coat.
The jacket?
Yeah.
Were you wearing those shoes?
I believe so, yeah.
So
I got like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes.
Right, I got you.
So you carry the boy back inside. Have you already contacted James and told him what happened? Okay, by text or by call?
It was a text.
You sent him a text?
Yes, and then he called me, told me to bring him back because he couldn't get James to listen. And James had bruises on him from him hitting him. He's never hit me.
Right.
Ever. But, okay, listen.
Where were the bruises at?
Face, I want to say all over. Couldn't really put it.
From James hitting your son? Okay.
Trying to punish him, basically.
Does he hit the other 2 children?
Sometimes.
Looks like she's got remnants of a black eye.
No, he's never hit her in the eye, but...
Has he ever hit her in the face or nose?
Actually, yes, because he kind of like punches them, like they lie. He kind of either punches them or smacks them in the
When
mouth.
was the last time he punched her? Cause it looks like she's got a black eye.
I wanna say like a couple days ago.
Okay. What did she do to get in trouble for that?
Lying.
Okay.
I kept trying to tell him lying about a sin. That's their kids, that's what they do.
Right, sure.
You'll eventually catch them in the truth later on down the line.
Okay.
So, you bring the kid back, you carry the kid in, and then what happens? Where do you put the kid? Where do you put James?
I just laid him on when you walk in the door, that room right there, on the floor.
The front, when you walk in the front
The living
door?
room.
Yes, the front room.
So the living room
Where
with
the
the couch?
couch is, yes.
You lay him
I
there?
laid him on the floor,
Okay.
the bare floor,
Mm-hmm.
and he took him upstairs
James took him upstairs.
and put him in the bedroom.
What time was it?
I want to say like a couple minutes once I got back and carried him in. He took him upstairs and put him in the bedroom.
Like in a closet where,
It was on the floor. There's a window here and a window here. You put it right there on the floor.
okay, so as I go up the steps, there's two bedrooms.
The straight.
Keep going straight. The straight bedroom. Okay. And you just, where at on the floor? Where at in there?
Right there on that, not this front window, but the side window.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna give you a few minute break, and then we'll be right back.
Do you need anything?
You need
You need
another
a
drink?
restroom? You need anything?
I wish I had my anxiety meds.
What are those called?
Hydroxyzine, which take them 3 times a day.
Alright.
Alright. Alright, cool. Knock on the door if you need something. Alright?
Okay.
You need to use your restroom?